Hello, everyone. Welcome in, and we are happy to be here with you at Lighthouse Tapestry. So, everyone want to say a little hello, Sari.
Hello.
Michelle.
Hello.
And Ron.
Hello.
And I am Dawn. And yes, it has been crazy energies this week. And I'm certain everybody has kind of felt all the unusual stuff that's going on. The internet has been kind of crazy. So I think that we are very ready to answer some questions today as we are going to be pulling some cards and really the self-care and all the other things that are out there that are filling up our energies. So let's go ahead and get started with a clearing, and we will turn it over to Sari for the clearing. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. And let's just take a moment to notch it down. And we're just going to get in a comfortable place. So if you can find a nice, relaxing place, a chair, the floor, the couch. And we'd just like you to get comfortable in your body, feeling comfortable. Let's close our eyes. Let's take a nice, deep, slow breath in through the nose, exhaling fully through the mouth. Again, a nice, deep breath in, exhaling fully through the mouth. And as you continue to inhale and exhale, notice where you are carrying tension in your body and relax that area or that place where you have felt tightness or tension or anxiety. As you begin to soften and relax, bring your awareness to the base of your spine and the soles of your feet. Imagine gentle roots extending downward into the earth, anchoring you into a deep, steady foundation. Feel the earth supporting you, solid, calm, unwavering. As you continue to breathe, draw this grounded earth energy of Mother Gaia upward into your body, filling your legs, your torso, your heart with steadiness and balance. Now let's shift awareness to our heart space. Imagine a soft, calm light glowing there, a green light of healing and love. It is quiet, steady, and peaceful. Set the intention silently or say out loud, I choose to remain grounded and peaceful, no matter what unfolds around me. As thoughts of uncertainty or fear arise, allow them to pass without engagement, like clouds moving across the sky. With each exhale, release the need to control any outcome. With each inhale, invite calm presence. Now imagine a gentle column of light surrounding your body from above your head to deep within the earth. This light acts as a protective boundary, filtering out collective noise, any fear, any chaos. Let's affirm quietly to ourselves, I am grounded. I am safe in this moment. I remain anchored in peace. Take another slow breath in and exhale once again. Feel the steadiness of your body, the rhythm of your breath, and this quiet strength and resilience within you. Know that you can return to this state of grounded peace at any time. When you are ready, gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Let's take one final breath in And exhale. Slowly open your eyes and carry this calm, grounded energy of peace with you for the coming days. And Dawn, back over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the chart for this new moon energy. And there we have it. It is, yeah, there we go. And what I can do is, let me see if I can do this. Nope, that won't work. Sorry. We're back here. Okay. So let me go in here and show you what I mean. We have all of this energy at 28 degrees of Capricorn. This is the new moon energy. So please remember to join us on Sunday at 7 p.m. We are going to do an intention setting ceremony. This energy is perfect because it's about getting things done. And what is going on now, I pulled in the green is where you see today's aspects. So we have Mercury coming up onto Mars. Mars on the 9th, Mars had its Cazimi with the sun, also opposite Jupiter. So expansion of the energy of the sun and Mars. So we've just had so many things that are about change, and especially in a fixed sign, it can be very earthquakey, right? Anytime you have strong things happening in the earth signs when they're getting activated, it's very, very strong energy because the earth sign, the fixed signs don't like to change, and the earth signs are very much like that energy. So what is happening here is that on this particular day, on Sunday, we will have Mars and Mercury together at 26 degrees. Let me make this bigger. How about that? These will be together at 26 degrees so that you can actually see what's going on here. Hecate is on its way through here, and the new moon. So Hecate is in the same sign as the new moon is going to be occurring. And these things are going to be opposite Jupiter, which is down here. So they're going past and getting opposite Jupiter, which expands things. It doesn't mean it's good things, but it expands things. And we're talking about Mars energy. What's also going to be happening as we get into these later degrees is that they are going to be trining Uranus. Uranus is unexpected energy. And I know it's a trine. So to me, whatever is going to be happening that is unexpected is going to end up being for our greatest and highest good. But we may not like it at first. So also, there's a very good chance that people are going to be losing some of their internet, things like that. I'm going to stop sharing for a second because I want to be able to see everybody here. So what I think we really need to realize is that with all of this energy of us moving from 28 degrees to 28 degrees, we have 7 new moons in a row that started in Virgo season that was an eclipse. And we are going to be having the 5th one on Sunday. And the one after this is the eclipse in Aquarius. And we're already just starting to feel that energy of that eclipse. And then the one after that is in Pisces. So what does that tell me? Guess where the nodes are right now? They're in Virgo and Pisces. This is the universe saying big changes, fated changes. That's what's coming for us. And we're being protected. It's trying to move the whole collective because it's all been at 28 degrees. So everybody's going to have a little bit of energy at that 28 degrees and 13 degrees for the full moons, right? So all of that's been happening. And we have been slowly moving as we move into this new energy that's going to be happening, especially we hit February. And then again, all the way into after the spring equinox, because it's going to be 8 planets in Aries. Really unusual, brand new starts. So I want people to realize that there's big changes coming in. And the thing is, we don't know what those changes are going to be, but the universe is being very protective of us. We also have, that's forming right now, it has been forming, is the small grand trine between Uranus and Pluto and Neptune and Saturn right away. So right as we get into the energy of this newness that's going to happen on the 20th of February, we are going to be supported by those outer planets, right? It's going to hold space for us. So I wanted everybody to realize that kind of energy going forward. Guess what? Good chance that we'll have the internet go in and out. We have had a lot of solar flares. We're having a lot of that energy. The news is going to continue to be disruptive. And really the self-care piece for each of us is very, very important. Our bodies are changing. We've been exposed to more stress, and we need to look inward and find our sacred space, because the things that are coming, and I'm not afraid of them, I'm excited by them. I think that we can't anticipate what those things are going to be. To me, there's a lot of Uranus energy, that's Aquarius energy, and Pluto is very strong in that. Pluto is going to be trining Uranus for the next couple of years. So it's going to be very much that energy. I think it's like 6 times they perfect or something like that. So it's very much for the next couple of years, that trine is going to be activated. Pluto, transformation, Uranus, the unexpected. So I think that we are having an opportunity to level up, and that we are going to have to be aware that there's going to be changes that we have never seen. I'm like, you ain't seen nothing yet. And we aren't even at the end of January, right? You haven't seen anything yet. And it's just going to be more building, but there's some beautiful energy in July. So I want to give you that as something that I know that's going to be, it's just the astrology is just spectacular, and it's very harmonic. To me, it's that we'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're not going to be past the tunnel. We're going to be in the tunnel, but we will see the light at the end, so that we know what we're working towards, right? So that is the energy that I'm getting, and the astrology is playing out. There's not an astrologer out there that will say what we can expect, because this kind of, normally we base it on past historic events, right? We do know that Uranus, always with the United States, when Uranus enters Gemini, there's always conflict of some kind. And that has played out over and over and over again. But conflict can be in different ways. It can be on the internet. It can be behind the scenes. It can be very Cold War kind of energy. But we as a community need to be with each other and support each other. And that's the most important thing. So, and I do feel the universe is supporting us. So you have to allow space that everything is going to be fine, and that you will support other people, but yourself first. And that's the amazing message that it just keeps coming in. It's like, put your own oxygen mask on first. And because I think each vibration is very important as we're moving forward. So that's kind of what I really wanted to share with this energy, because we're going to have we have 3 new moons coming that are all at 28. The next one is this Sunday. It's great for setting intentions. It's great for sending long-term intentions. We do have, amazingly, on the eclipse is when Venus comes out of being beyond the rays of the sun. So she's coming out and becoming an evening star on the day of the Aquarius eclipse. So there is a lot of very prophetic things that are coming here in the future. And to me, it's very strong feminine energy. It's very strong communicative energy. Mars and Venus have been together, talking with each other on the other side of the sun. So it's kind of been an intimate thing that we're not able to see them. So I do think that there's a lot of working together that's going to be happening. And again, the earth is having birthing pains. So we need to be aware of all those things. So I think just be centered and grounding, and really see the importance of really keeping your energy at a nice level, so that you can adapt easily as we move forward. So with that, we are going to be actually doing, our reading is regarding, oops, bring that back. We are going to be doing a collective question for everyone. What is the universe asking of us in regard to self-care? So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Michelle, and she will draw the first card out for us.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Dawn. That was a beautiful update. And I am going to be reading today for, sorry if I mispronounced this. Sorry, Sri.
Sorry, you're doing the collective. We're starting with the collective.
Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't clear to me. Okay,
No,
gotcha.
no problem.
Okay, collective message. So
Let's go back to Michelle.
There you go. There's some of that crazy energy that Dawn was talking about. So I am pulling a card for the collective.
Okay, can we get, I'd love to get Michelle on the screen.
She is.
Oh, she is. Okay.
Okay, so the card that I pulled for the collective is the sacral chakra. And I am pulling from the angel therapy deck. And the message from the sacral chakra, which is the orange center right above our root. It's the second chakra in our system, working from the bottom up. And the color is orange, and it's all about our creative center. And the message is, you are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. So kind of goes right along with what Dawn was mentioning about some of those planets aligning in certain ways to stir things up a little bit crazily. So it's a good card to remind yourself to protect your energy from the troubles and relationships that might arise during this stirred up energy time. And also for self-care, mentioning that you take the best care of yourself first, as Dom was saying, the oxygen mask, by really paying attention to what you're putting in your body. So a lot of us are very sensitive to chemicals that are now in our food, unfortunately. So really trying to buy things that are more healthy for us, more organic, drinking more water, try to avoid processed foods, all good ideas right now for self-care and keeping yourself healthy, strong, and balanced. That'll just help you feel stronger and feel your better self in order to deal with some of these harsher energies that are present. So that is the message that I am getting for the collective. Pay attention to your sacral chakra, your orange chakra, your creativity, your self-care, and dealing with these relationships. So in healthy ways. So having a good, healthy response.
Okay, so I'm going to go next, and I'm pulling from the Healing Spirits Oracle deck. And the card that I pulled for the collective, I don't know if you can see this, it says, the light in you can lead the way. And we've been, Ron, I know every Monday we keep pulling a very similar card from different decks about being the lighthouse. And it says, all of us will have to walk through times of darkness and shadow in our world if we live long enough. But you have the power to light up even the darkest corners of your mind. You are a part of the universal light that casts out shadows. And because of this, the guardian spirits of the universe will always give you their strength when you need it. Even when your light burns low, you can turn to them, and all that is good and true will shine through your being. Day always follows night and removes the shadows of yesterday. Light up the new day for someone who needs it. And so we talked about this, Rania, a couple days ago about making sure that we stay in the center of our groundedness and in the center of the storm, and not being pulled off our center by those who might be surrounded in negativity or fear, and that we need to let our light shine, because many people in the world so need the light because they're currently feeling the darkness and maybe don't have a way out of the darkness, and they're looking for the light so they can follow it. So make sure that whatever you're feeling and dealing with, that if you can shine your light, there's so many people out there that need it right now on the earth. And we can do it by simple acts of kindness, and kindness is free. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ron.
Well, thank you, Sri. So I pulled a card from the Shaman's Dream deck, and this card is perfect for taking care of yourself. And what this room is the Winter's Dream, right? And so I'll hold the card up here, and I'll grab my glass. I got to do all this at once. Okay, so there's the card, and in the Winter's Dream is a summons to go within, your life force to turn inward, like the sap of trees returning to the roots. Cast your gaze towards the deep and hidden places in your heart. Come to rest again in the sanctuary and safety of your soul and be at peace, basking in your crystalline clarity in that quiet place. Winter's Dream can lull you into a slumber where you can lose consciousness and become caught in a nightmare. So awaken, find that easy return to wakefulness that brings you clarity. This is the time to set your priorities in order and yet not act on any of them. Allow the clarity and the transparency that comes with the Winter's Dream to permeate your heart and soul. The time for action will come later. Remember that all things are born of dreams, and your task is to wake up within the dream to lucidly guide it to your chosen destination. So again, a perfect card from my point of view as far as taking care of yourself, all right? You know, take that rest and slumber, but don't lose it totally, all right? And I'm passing this on to Dawn.
And I unmuted myself and I remembered. So I'm 1 point for me right now. I drew the unicorn. This is the Denise Lynn deck, the Sacred Forest. It's one of the most beautiful decks I have. And this unicorn purity energy, it's surprising what it's saying is when you stop looking at the world through the lens of your past, you'll find out how fresh and wondrous the universe truly is. The past doesn't define you. And you can start things afresh and new, which is kind of what has been going on with this energy moving forward. And to me, this unicorn, I always think of unicorns as more very Aquarius energy, that magical sense of things moving forward. And I think the message that I kind of downloaded was that with this energy, your past would be something that would be tying down the unicorn, like putting a harness on it and a bridle and tying it to something, because that is the past, and the past is going to slow it down. So I really think that we're being asked to not bring anything along with us as we're moving forward into this new energy. And no matter what happens, we are really being asked to start off with looking at ourselves with that innate innocence, and also the purity of looking at how magical we truly are. Sometimes I just stop and go like, water is a magical thing. And the fact that we are able to move with thought, our fingers and our knees and our toes, it's more surprising to me than you realize how beautiful the body was designed. So we do need to take care of it. But I do think releasing those things from your past that are going to hinder what this unicorn energy is for the future. So I'm very excited about this, and we do need to take care of our own energy before. I'm just saying, get prepared, because rest and fluids, water especially, blessing it first, and good foods, taking care of self. So with that, I will go ahead and pass it back to Michelle.
She's on mute.
Dawn, you jinxed me on that one. Sorry about that. So I am doing a reading for Tony Taylor, and the card that I pulled from, once again, I'm using the Angel Therapy deck, and the card that I pulled for Tony Taylor is the third eye chakra. So it seems to be a night for me about chakras. So this chakra is located between our eyes, and it's governs our clairvoyance and our intuition. The color is indigo. As you can see, it has that indigo color in the picture, that purplish blue. And what the message is saying for Tony is that it is safe for you to see the energy of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. So, Tony, you're being called by the angels to work on your third eye activation and using your intuition more and honing into your gifts of clairvoyance that we all are gifted with and can connect to, but it's a matter of using that muscle and really paying attention to what you're seeing in your mind's eye and pay attention to the messages. And it can be in your inner vision or your outer vision, but you want to be paying attention to what you're getting because they're really guided messages for you. And the further message is that this card comes to you in response to your questions about your future. You have visions about yourself and you're wondering whether they're real or mere imagination. Well, the angels assure you that you are having accurate insights and they wish to encourage your visual spiritual gifts, especially of clairvoyance. And they're actually saying that you have natural clairvoyant tendencies governed by the energy center, again, located between your two physical eyes, which is known as the third eye chakra. The angels send clairvoyant messages that you perceive in your mind's eye as shapes, colors, mental movies, dreams, and so forth. Or you may receive their messages via your physical sight, such as in recurring number sequences, the 111, the 444, the 333, that you might see on license plates or just in your everyday life, lights and moving objects, or through signs and symbols, including feathers, rainbows, clouds, and coins. The angels wish to help you fully awaken your third eye and understand your psychic visions. They're guiding you to notice and trust all that you see with your inner and outer vision. So that's a beautiful message that they're bringing forth for you, Tony, in order for you to exercise that muscle more and, develop your own interpretations by trusting your intuition to what those messages mean for you. So I hope that serves you well. And at this point, I'd like to turn it over to Sari.
Okay, and I am reading this evening, and I don't know how to exactly pronounce your full name, but it's Kevin, and it's Gunasakara, and I have an unusual name, so I'm drawn to unique names. It's a beautiful name, and if you're still here, if you will put in the chat what your actual first name is, so I can call it out. But I just got this deck yesterday, and this is the first time I've used it. It's the Dream Weaver's Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. And we're talking about self-care, and this came out for you this evening. And it says it's a 25, which reduces to a 7, which is very sacred and holy. So pay attention. It says, time to feed your hungry heart. Essential meaning is time out, self-care, a need to regroup and replenish, and nourishment. So the message for you this evening, and I think this is probably a good collective message for all of us, it says there are times when you work so hard and move so fast that juggling so many things and putting others first can lead you to prioritize them versus yourself. When this happens, you may start to feel burnt out. You might resist this knowledge and force yourself through the exhaustion to prove that you're a hero, to show how far you can push yourself. After all, it's impressive being the busy one, the one who handles it all, isn't it? Well, the universe is not always impressed. So I think it's great to be in service to other people, but when we are in service to others, to the exception of our own physical, mental, and emotional well-being, then we have to stop and pause. So this is a message, I think, this evening for you. If you're feeling any sort of overwhelm and burden from either overgiving or working so hard, it's time to relax. It's time to know that the world will continue to spin, even if you take some time to take care of yourself. And so it recommends reading a book, taking a hot bath, getting a hug from a pet, going on a walk, whatever it does for you to relax you, to practice self-care and just take a moment out of your day to focus on you, then that is your message for this week and weekend, to take one thing that you can do and just relax. But again, time to feed your hungry heart. But I think it's a good message for all of us for the weekend to practice one thing that will focus on us and ourselves and prioritizing, as Dawn said, putting on our own oxygen mask. So with that, I will turn it over to Ron. And it was an honor to read for you this evening.
Thank you, Sheree. I appreciate it. I'm pulling from the Cosmic Oracle deck, and I'm reading the card for Michelle, and it showed an N3W or something like that. I assume a code. So this card that I pulled is patience. Again, a lot of this tonight is all about self-care, and I noticed the continuity between all the cards. So Michelle, this one on patience says, patience is surrendering to the now and allowing destiny to unfold at its own pace. It's in depth, this reading, so I'm going to go ahead and read it all just to make sure you catch what it says. If this card comes to you, slow down and enjoy the presence of this moment. Although you may have the passion to drive to reach for the moon, you are being asked to take things slower and feel the magic of each step. Each step holds lessons that bring you closer to the divine in you. By being too busy with an attitude of needing your dreams and goals yesterday, you will miss the vital, life-changing moments that are meant to enhance, enrich, and transform your soul. When you overlook or dismiss the lessons of each step and race frantically towards your goals, the end results may not always be as you planned. You may get what you worked for only to lose it in a result of challenging, unforeseen obstacles. Now that you have attained what you have desired, the next step involves striving to keep it. If the lesson in each step was overlooked, the emotional challenges of maintaining this desire can be draining and emotionally overwhelming. Each step brings your lessons such as strength, wisdom, compassion, understanding, and patience, which allows your soul to grow. When these empowering life lessons are missed, you are not equipped to stand strong in the face of adversity. Slow down and let nature cycles take their course. Trust in the divine being. Take each step one at a time and embrace the beautiful opportunities and gifts of understanding that come your way. A very good message, Michelle. I hope that resonates with you. And I'm passing it on to Dawn.
Hello, and I am going to be reading for Red Ribbons, which is Michelle. And I stuck with this deck. What I want you to realize is that I love this. I love this particular card. This is Elves, and you can see the sprites in the distance. And this is a number 15 card, so it adds to a 6. This is allowing your inner child to come out to play. If your responsibilities and hard work have clogged your life force energy, it's time to give yourself a break and have some fun. And I think this is going to be a good message for us to follow. We'll be doing, I feel like there's work ahead of you, yes, but you also need to take time to play. Play is important. Giving yourself space is important. It is also a bit of self-care. Playing is healthy for you. It's how children learn. So I really do think that this is telling you that people's lives get busy. They have a lot to do. They have a time crunch. All of this stuff is going on. But one of the healthiest things you can do is say, oh, I'm on elf time now. I need to take a break. I need to have some fun. I need to do something that's magical for me and has self-care. But this is the strongest thing I guess I'm having come forward is we don't take enough time to play. You need to plan that in a fun way into your schedule so that you will not burn out. Because I think that's the key. We're trying to protect our energy, and let's do it in a fun way. It's like, okay, yeah, I need to protect my energy, but what can I do that's fun? Dance, go out with some friends and just have a meal or have someone come over to your house and, play games, things like that. It doesn't have to cost a lot, but it's just playing or, play with play with young children. That's one of my favorite things to do, is like, because they're so real, and they can do the whole make believe and have a perfectly wonderful time, and they have no worries, right? So with that, this is your elf energy. So remember to make time for that magic and to have fun. With that, I will turn it over to Michelle.
Perfect. Thanks, Dawn. I remembered to unmute this time. And I will be reading next for Karen. And the message that I pulled, kind of funny, it's like a theme tonight, was singing and dancing. So back to the joyful energy that Dawn was just talking about. And the message for you, Karen, is to express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. So you're being guided to move and to sing and to bring more joy to yourself in doing so. And so what the angels are saying for you is that the angels sent you this card because they see the need for creative expression and balance of work and play. So maybe you're feeling like you're a little bit out of balance right now, maybe doing too much work and not enough playtime. So they're kind of giving you, again, a gentle reminder to sing and dance, like lighten up and have some fun too. You get a balance. It's just as important as your work. Singing and dancing are powerful ways to open your creative channels and feel the freedom of fully expressing yourself. You'll realize hidden talents and boost your self-confidence with these activities, because musical expression is your soul's means of connecting with the physical realm. You'll also gain a greater sense of the divinity within yourself. Many women discover their inner goddess through artistic forms of dancing, such as belly or hula dance. So you can connect to the beautiful inner feminine with, special dances like that, which you can even do alone in your own living room. So just encouraging you to even dance alone in a room with the lights turned down low and sway to the music and just feel guided and led. Oh, that's great. You're thinking of taking singing lessons. I love that, Karen. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, well, they're giving you a very, very positive message directly from your angels, saying singing and dancing are definitely in your future. So, whoa, I just got the goosebumps when you said that. So they are definitely giving you a big yes on that. And I think you're going to really unlock that beautiful talent that you have within you. And I send you many blessings for your new singing career, or doing it for fun, or whatever you're doing it for. So beautiful. Thank you, Karen. It was a pleasure reading for you. And at this point, I'll be turning it now over to Sari.
All right. That's a great card, Michelle.
I love it.
And, yeah, Karen, we can't wait. Maybe we'll ask you to send us a song later on. All right. I'm going to pull for Willow. Willow, I hadn't talked to you in a while. And girl, hope you're doing well. And I got a card again from the Healing Spirits Oracle deck. I keep getting cards with light on them. And this is like, you see this beautiful card. It says it's time to move forward. And it's got a beautiful light in the center of her heart. And you see that she's looking up at the moon. And it is just a beautiful card. This is new for me. So this is a new deck. And it's a 5. And Willow, I know you've been going through a lot of change over the last number of months. And it says, when your thoughts have been stuck on the same thing for too long, it's time to move on to other things. No matter how dark and heavy the clouds of emotion that have built up in your mind have been, remember that above them is this light. Above them is this light waiting to shine through. It is time to direct your thoughts to the power of the spirit healers and the helpers who are ready to help you, and ask to be shown the way forward. And they said, ask this once a day, and you will feel the weight of the emotions lifting and the healing light raising your mind to better things again. True, beautiful spirit healers are close to you as your own thoughts are rising. So I think whatever decision you've been, I know in a lot of different life-changing moments, and this is, you're ready to move forward. Listen to your heart and let your light shine. And ask once a day just to be shown the path forward, Willow. And I think just trust your inner guidance and trust your high priestess energy, because you got this. And I think you will be guided to know what to do. But again, another message of moving forward and shining the light. And Willow, always a pleasure to have you. Thank you. And I'll turn it to Ron.
Thank you, Cherie. I think we're on a big roll tonight. I pulled from the Oracle Seven Energies deck, and I pulled the card before I knew who I was pulling for. And I see that I'm pulling for Empress Evolution. And you're going to love this. Your card says the Oracle's gift. And why does that crack me up? She just said she got a new card today against all odds. Okay, pretty nice. All right, let's see what the book has to say to you then, Empress. It says, we ask for a sign from the universe. We are essentially asking for divine guidance that we believe needs to come from a source outside of us. This is because we don't always trust our intuition, our ability to read between the lines and see beyond time and space. And we ask for signs and look for mystical reassurance that our mundane lives don't seem to offer. However, an oracle simply provides an answer that is already inside of us. Oracles show up in myriad ways. Sometimes you are a billboard or hear a song or pull an oracle card and you get the exact message you need to support your choices or show you the way forward. Well, getting a brand new car against all odds sounds pretty good. Regardless of how the sign appears, an oracle is a reminder that you are part of the vast universe. You are witnessed by the great mystery, capital G, capital M, and loved and cared for. It's a reminder that life is magical. You are magical. Today, trust in your own capacity to know what is right, to tune in to source, and be able to read the signs reflecting what is true and real within you. Let this oracle give you the gift of knowing that you are indeed on the right track. Repeat this mantra. The light within me creates miracles in my life. Sounds good to me. Okay, the magic is inside you, outside you, and all around and within you. And what a wonderful card. And I hope that resonates with you. I'm sure it will. And I'm passing on to Cherie. No, I'm not. I'm passing on to Dawn.
Don't let me unmic myself for nothing. Really. Yeah, I do get the sense that I'm kind of laughing because I get the sense that the crazier things that are out in the world, the more magic we have, I think is really, really true. So I am pulling for Venus. I pulled for Venus. And again, this is shining through. So very much that energy. This is the Oracle of the Seven Energies. I love this deck. Guess what? You have a job coming up. Don't be afraid. You are being called to step into your true power and essence. This is one of those times when you're required to bring everything you are, all that you've learned, experienced, and integrated, and offer it up in service to the world. When you take center stage, you will be noticed. Yes, as you shine brightly, you will naturally stand apart from others. This idea may bring up excitement and genuine pride or discomfort, but this is not the time to make yourself small, to avoid the glare of the spotlight and potential punishment by others. It takes courage, but know that this is the right thing for you today. You have come so far. You have been in the proverbial back of the room in learning and gathering mode for so long, and this important time has served its purpose. You must now step into new consciousness, seizing a new opportunity to share your wisdom. You will be like a lighthouse, shining through the dark, illuminating the way for others. And I really do feel like this is very, very true for all of us. And I really want to say that we get the support from followers like you, who I see making comments and liking posts and being very part of, it was just 4411 on the timer thing. I'm like really excited. But it's the light that you don't realize that you hold that is making us energetically available for other people. Because sometimes it's just a matter of doing a small kindness, right? Or sometimes it's a matter of, maybe you see something and you're in the grocery store and this lady that has a baby in her cart accidentally knocks over a bunch of stuff. and you're the first person there that says, oh, wait, let me help you get the stuff picked up, or you dropped your purse, or here you go. And it's those little moments of being a hero, and maybe protecting someone else in that sense. So I really do think that, oh goodness, of course you do that all the time. But that is what I think the outer world needs to see, more people doing those kind of things. That the universe gives us these little jobs all the time, and we don't even realize that we take the universe up on it. So realize that you're coming into a much more powerful time. I think all of us that are already awake are aware of that no, our lives are not perfect. They're not. But we can be in a position to help someone else along the way. So with that, I want to say, don't be shy. Just be yourself and do what you feel that you've been guided to do. And I think that's all you need to recognize what's going on in your life and how you're making a big difference in other people's lives. So with that, I will turn it over to Michelle.
Perfect. Thanks, Dawn. Okay, next up, I am reading for, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced this, it's Ada Cardo. Not sure if that's all one word or two. But in response to your comment, you're from the North. Yes, you nailed that. So sometimes I can't hide my accent. So it's kind of funny that you picked up on it. Anyways, the card I pulled for you, Ada Cardo, is, and this is cracking me up tonight, but you got the heart chakra. And I just think it's so funny. Out of all these cards in this deck, there's a third chakra card that I've pulled tonight. So I think everybody's supposed to be really exercising and strengthening their chakras. So, and doing some clearing and cleaning out of their chakras. So Ada Cardo, the heart chakra message for you is that the angels are stepping forth to say that the answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. So beautiful, beautiful message. And the deeper meaning is the angels want you to trust your feelings. Your heart is wise and it's calling for you to make important changes. Trust this wisdom as it won't let you down. Every time you defy your inner feelings, your heart breaks a little bit. Repair your heart and your relationship with yourself by honoring your emotions. For instance, if you're unhappy with a situation, it means that something is wrong and action is necessary. Ask the angels to give you courage and support to make healthy changes at home and at work or wherever it is that you feel called to make these changes. The card also calls upon you to open your heart to love. Perhaps you've been hurt in prior relationships and are guarded against additional pain. The angels assure you that they'll protect you and your heart, so it's safe for you to feel love and other emotions. So it's such a strong message to listen to your heart. Where are you feeling guided and called to? What changes do you feel in your heart that you might need to make? And maybe you just need to open up a little bit more to trusting your heart and trusting yourself, because it's always going to guide you to the right decision and the right choice. And if you do have pain, which we all carry in different relationships, don't let that break you. Stay strong. And know that, the next relationship is going to learn from the last one and only be better and stronger. So such a beautiful confirmation card to trust yourself and trust your inner heart and wisdom. So I hope that message serves you well. And at this time, I am going to turn over to Sari.
Okay, I'm pulling tonight for Deborah. Hi, Deborah. Thanks for joining. I'm pulling again from the Dream Weavers Oracle deck. And no surprise, this card coming out, and it says, when the storm spirits play. And you can see two dogs, and they've got music, and there's I don't know, it looks like an eagle flying by. But anyway, Deborah, this is your message. It says, understanding how to navigate divine chaos, which is what we've been talking about. Clear the air, stir the pot, scatter seeds, and bring new possibilities. It says, you're being asked to surrender your need to control outer circumstances around you. And it may be based on a desire to feel more certain or to avoid some sort of confrontation, or maybe not to experience change. And I could say that's probably for all of us right now in this chaos. This card signifies a time to trust the chaos. this disorder and this turbulence that may be showing up in your life around you. It's temporary, but they said it's important. You're now able to let go of what is unnecessary or that which you've resisted releasing. And it says, the highest good for you right now is to remain in the center of the storm. I think, Ron, you talked about that. We've all been saying how important it is to stay grounded and in the center where all this external chaos is around us. It says, meditate and be mindful of your reactions as you don't yet have all the information you might need to make an authentic choice or decision. Watch and wait. There is divine reordering at the root of this chaos. Listen deeply for the epiphany rising to greet you, and you will know the gift this experience holds for you. When the storm spirits play, once again, it's a message. Amazing things are stirred up through this divine change for the highest good of all. Remember that you are a weaver of dreams, too. Even if you must pivot, even if the threads of your destiny get frayed, the pattern that you set will be breathtaking. So, again, Deborah, allow the storm spirits to play, stay in the center, stay grounded. But remember, when you're in the turbulence, stay in the middle and stay in the middle of the storm. But know when the storm spirits play, amazing things are coming. They might be stirred up a little bit, shaken and stirred, but the outcome is going to be great. But stay steadfast like the tree and don't let anyone pull you outside of that beauty or the beautiful center that you are in right now. And that is your message, Miss Deborah. And I'm going to turn it over to Ron.
Thank you, Sheree. Remember, I always talked about the center of the storm. That's because I always tell you I used to fly through hurricanes. Okay, so I pulled from the Shaman's Dream, and I pulled for Gypsy Vixen. And Gypsy, the card I pulled for you is, can you see it? The Further Gate. A bold step forward. Sounds like a good card, Gypsy. So when the Further Gate card shows up, it is a clear call to lift your eyes to the horizon and begin to walk towards your future. You are marching in place right now, stirring the dust, but not getting anywhere. Trust that your forward movement will lead you to a new destination you have already set for yourself, but perhaps forgotten or neglected because of your everyday busyness. The Further Gate comes to tell you that an ending is at hand and that you can leave the old behind. Let it peel away like an old skin and shed. Do not hesitate. Cross the threshold boldly and you will be rewarded. If you continue marking time instead of moving, you will miss the opportunity. The gate is open. The next landscape of your life is within reach, but the window of time to pass through it grows shorter, so do not delay. A gift of the Further Gate is to bring you to the fullest expression of your gifts, perhaps for the first time. It is an invitation to a sacred passage, to a new discovery and both great challenges and opportunities. It is not a graduation. There are no rewards other than the exploration of itself. If you have been a farmer far too long, tilling the hard soil and that now bears little fruit, for you this time is to put on the explorer hat and hit the road again. All right, Gypsy, I hope that resonates. And it was good to read for you. And I'm passing it to Dawn.
So I'm reading for Michelle Pontbriand. She was here at the beginning. I hope she's still here. And I went to the Enchanted Map Oracle, and what came up was a number 11 card. It is called Balancing Act. And what it is really asking is, are you neglecting things that require your attention? It's necessary now to take inventory and find out what you need to balance in your life. Adjust yourself to the conditions of your environment that you have no control over. And balance will come much more easily. If there's to be fairness, it must come from you. So yes, things feel topsy-turvy. You've got a lot of balls that you're juggling, and you're trying to keep balance, but Oh, hi, Michelle. Hello, hello. I think it's really saying is, you ever see those glass jars where they have all these balls and gravel and all this stuff, and it's like, okay, the biggest ones should be the ones that go in first that are your biggest priorities, and let the other things fill in around it, but make sure that you prioritize what is your most important thing in your life, and everything else will balance out on its own. And I do think that's part of this whole self-care energy, this balancing act. And it's a number 11 card, so I feel like it's a very divine inspiration where, yes, there's a lot of things going on, but stop and take inventory. What really needs my attention right now? It can't be everything at once, but what needs my most immediate attention? And I think that's a good guideline for a lot of us going through. It's like, okay, well, am I going to fix dinner? Am I going, it's the little things. It's like the little things like, oh, okay, I need to pay my bills. Okay, I need to have that done. And what are the other things? Oh, need to go shopping. Do I need to do that right this second? No. So it's prioritizing the things in your life and then letting it go and not, oh, I've got this to do. I've got this. It's like that monkey mind thing. It's like, I have all these things to do. Well, you can only do one thing. So what's that next one thing going to be? And do that completely in your mind and be in the present moment. Be in the present moment. And that is almost a form of meditation, the power of now. So I think this is what this is really saying. So with that, I'm glad you were here and able to join us tonight, Michelle, and I will turn it over to the other Michelle that's waiting.
Perfect. Thanks, Dawn. So I am pulling for Salama, and I hope I pronounce your name correct, Salama. And the message that I got for you tonight, Salama, is shield yourself. And so this is a beautiful card, and you can see Archangel Michael is stepping forth with a message directly for you. And you can see him standing there with his sword and shield. And the message from Archangel Michael for you is to protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. And as you can see in the card, Archangel Michael has that beautiful golden light around his head. So I want you to picture that same light in a cocoon anytime you're in harsh situations where the energy feels off or not comfortable. He just wants you to protect yourself because you're sensitive to energies, and he doesn't want you to pick up on that. So the little further message I have here is the angels, Archangel Michael in particular, brought this card to you because of your heightened sensitivity to energies. This sensitivity means that you may inadvertently absorb other people's energies, which may make you feel tired, unfocused, or upset. So just as you wouldn't walk outdoors in a rainstorm without an umbrella, it's important to use an energy umbrella in the face of any emotional downpour. So if you feel any negative energy or people that are arguing, competing, or using frightening words, it's vital for you to shield yourself. And Archangel Michael is here to guide you and protect you from these lower energies and, provide a protective buffer for you. And I'm not surprised to hear that you're sensitive because that's why I just got the tingles for that. He's just reinforcing that message that because you are so sensitive, he wants you to be protected. And so you can call on him anytime and ask him to come in and just put that bubble of light around you anytime you feel uncomfortable in a situation or fearful or harsh energies around you. So he's always here to guide and protect you. So I hope that message serves you well. And at this time, I'd like to turn it back to Sari.
Okay, we've got time for one more, and I'm reading from Misty. Misty, I hope you're still with us. And I pulled again from the Dreamweaver's Oracle deck. Beautiful card, and I love this. It's an 11, which is a master builder number of creation. If the fox can't find his tail, I love this, Misty, for you. And you see this fox looking down at a third eye or looking up at a third eye, trying to find his tail. And it means digging deep into your own authenticity, avoiding compromise, and sometimes chasing your tail. So it says, if a fox can't find his tail, it might be because he's chasing the wrong things or looking in the wrong direction, one that is unnatural to him. Sometimes you might find yourself compromising to avoid conflict. And if you're coming from a place of fear, that might work in the moment, but you still may lose something about yourself in the exchange. So this is about, Misty, trusting your inner knowing. Don't just go along to get along. Stand in your truth and shine your light. And this is the card that says, okay, it's okay not to always know what to do and to trust yourself. And you have to sometimes search to find your tail, but don't compromise and don't allow people to ask you to go along to get along. So this is a message, I think, for all of us. Now is the time to get clear on your unique qualities and gifts based on your values. When you do this, it's automatically good for everyone. Don't say yes unless you really mean yes, or you could feel ungrounded. Now, you need to do what's right for you. And then once you do this, the fox stops chasing the tail, because when you're grounded and centered and you're in your truth and you're coming from the heart, then you don't have to look anywhere else and you don't have to chase your tail. And I think that's kind of a reminder for all of us. And Misty, it was a beautiful card, and I'm glad that it fits. So we're going to close this evening. Just as a reminder, we have a new moon ceremony on the 17th on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join us. Lots of great conversation. And we still have our daily content day by day. So please go in and enjoy the videos, like, subscribe, and share. And again, we are so grateful and blessed to have you with us, because we are building this wonderful lighthouse of souls who really want to build the path, the light, and to shine for others. And it starts with the heart. With that, many blessings. Have a nice evening.